Hello, this is Paul and Robert here with
What's
Midwest
up?
Mavericks. As you can see, we were able to get a hold of a Worlds Collide KeyForge box, and we're going to do an unboxing for you here. After we're done with this, I'm giving this to Robert, and hope you enjoy it. Bear with us. This is our first time doing a unboxing. Last week.
Oh, you don't need keys. That's good.
I don't
Thought
need
you were gonna have to
keys.
stab
I win
it.
without keys. So you can see this is the same size as the prior box set for AOA.
It's a lovely purple color, though.
It is a lovely purple. New dinosaurs, new space people. Saurian and Star Alliance. We have the quick start rules again. Obviously, you have to go online to get the full rules. Double token sheet. They've now added the stun tokens have been changed to yellow from blue.
Which is an appreciate change.
The blue are now the ward tokens, and the enraged tokens are orange. Still have power tokens. We've got the chain trackers again on cardboard versus paper like the first set.
And the
plenty-
print. Oh, go on.
Go ahead.
I'd say the print quality on these looks a lot better than in the AOA tokens. They all seem centered, which was not my experience with AOA.
You do make a good point. I didn't really pay attention in the couple I opened, but yeah, especially on the keys, it's kind of nice that they're a little more perfectly
They
centered.
look a lot better.
So, moving on from that, we then again, like the last one, we have two paper play mats, one with the Saurians, another with the Star Alliance.
Apparently, this is too complicated for me. Opening a playmat.
Yeah. So, not bad. It's a nice touch for new players. They get a paper play mat. Theoretically, they could laminate it if somebody works at a school. Again, like the last set, we only get two decks in the starter, but in the first set it was kind of a waste of money anyways, getting the extra decks since they were all the same. So, set those aside. Look at the back of the box. Again, just more art from the set. And there is a spacer in here like before, because
It's the best part.
empty space. Alrighty, so we have two decks. Robert and I will each open one of them. And then, like I said, we're going to open them, take a look at the cards, then we plan on playing a game with the new decks.
Yes.
We are looking at the Chinese deck boxes again, so we have the little tab, which isn't bad. I'm pretty indifferent about them. Some people seem to like them well.
I do like the tabs. If only we could get German cardstock.
Yeah, these are, while the Chinese cardstock, will go over it a little bit as we open them. It does seem a little better than the prior. I even compared it to the AOA. It does seem better. It's not as good as the German still, but it's better than it was. I have O Kettle Hut, the Center Dragon Tamer.
Cow, the Ranger of Dinotopia.
Yeah. Make sure you cover the QR if you show it on the camera.
Wouldn't want somebody to steal his amber shards.
I do like some of the new art that they're showing on the back of some of them. This one's kind of cool. It has kind of a, I don't know, monolith with a kind of a spider looking thing. I don't know.
I would say that this is a beetle crawling out of a shell and juggling coins.
Yeah. I like it. It's pretty
I
cool.
like that one better.
Yeah.
This one honestly just looks like AOA art.
Gotcha. Again, because it's the Chinese, we do not have the red stripe,
Which is
on the
unfortunate.
packaging.
This is why I have keys. It's the only reason I own a car.
Crying out loud. You were saying. Take a double key hit there.
Third key's the charm.
Doggone it. Of course we're on camera, so I'm having more trouble than usual. There we go. Watch your QR there.
Yeah, wouldn't want to steal that one amber shard
Yeah, that's true.
on a deck that can't be scanned yet.
That's true too. So yeah, I got Dis Logos Untamed. So no new houses in this one. I don't know if you got new houses either. Did you?
Saurian.
Oh, you got a Saurian.
I did. And a bunch of cards that I have no idea what they are.
In mine, I do not see any of the new algorithm cards in this one, but that's not surprising because it's the old houses. Yours could with the Saurian, maybe, although I think there's not a Saurian. All right. So I'll just do a quick rundown of what I've got. Quicksand, so this is just a repeat card. Destroy each... oh no, it's not. This is a new card. I was thinking of the one that destroyed Elusive. This one destroys the most powerful creature controlled by each player who does not already control an uncontained creature. Nature's Call, Mad the Mad, some normal, the Mustic Murmook, which is new. I've got a Key Charge, got the Imprinted Murmook. So interestingly, I opened a box and it had both the Murmooks as well. I don't know if that's something they've tried to include or not, but they are common, so probably just coincidence.
I'm just throwing out all the new unidentified cards here real quick. Discarding.
Ooh, I hadn't
what
even
has previously
seen
been
this
revealed.
one personally. Deepwood Druid. Fully heal a neighboring creature and it has deploy. It's a witch, but it's oddly a witch that you do not necessarily have to kill as soon as it hits the board. Wormhole Technician. Reap, reveal the top card of your deck. If it is a Logos card, play it. Otherwise, archive it. I like it. Titan Guardian. If he's not on a flank, when he's destroyed, if he's not on a flank, you draw 2 cards. It's kind of neat. Tato Vapors. Sanitation Engineer. I've personally seen a few of these. Robert probably has not.
No, they're all new to me. Especially that Igor. That's new.
Yeah, that's so far I'll do the disc in a minute, but so far it looks pretty good. Something you'll notice already is it seems like even less Amber Pips in this set than even AOA. So far it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So maybe with the disc we'll see a few more. So maybe we'll get to 12 at best. That's pretty much what I've seen in the decks I've opened so far. If you look at Robert's layout, there's even less, it looks like.
Oh, I did discard all of the cards from previous sets out of this pile.
Okay, so you're just looking at new from everything.
Just new from everything.
Okay, that's a pretty good card. Or it looks to be. This is another one of those deals. I look back on AOA now, and you think, oh, these cards that you thought were going to be amazing, like the Key Shard or the key imps, we thought were going to be like game changing, and they hardly do anything typically.
That is true.
All right. I'm just going to clear out what I've got here and add my disc to the, so we can see everything. You got a pterodactyl there in yours.
Yes, indeed.
And a druid. So I hadn't seen that. Both the decks have it.
Oh, where's this pterodactyl you speak of? I do not see pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl
Oh, you are
right
correct.
there.
I was looking for Brobnar. I'm just inclined. If it sounds powerful, it has to be in Brobnar.
Number of cards I hadn't seen, which is expected. Purged up to 2 cards from a discard pile, and your opponent loses amber equal to the total amber bonus of the purged cards. Again, seems really good, except there's not as many amber bonuses. This has one of my favorite little art pieces, the Imp Spectre. If you'll notice, it's the imp, but he has the hat, an inspector hat on him.
Yes, indeed.
I really like that piece of art. So again, what I said, I was at 7 amber. So there's 2 more amber pips, and it's 9. So that's pretty typical from what I'm seeing. We'll see what that means. But from what I can tell, especially if you have Saurians, the boards are a lot more sticky from my experience so far. We'll see if that continues.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to be able to give you the same statistical breakdown that Mr. Paul did over here. I am personally more interested in new cards because I have not kept up with all the Facebook chatter, so I'm pretty much spoiler free. We have Molfin, Molfin, excuse me. House Untamed, Hazardous 3 power. After amber is stolen from you, deal 1 damage to each enemy creature for each amber stolen. So, Shadow Hate.
Yes.
We have Ghost Hawk, which is a 2 power, deploy, play. You may reap with each neighboring creature 1 at a time. Could be good. Which is why I'm going to throw it across the table. Deepwood Druid, deploy, 3 power, play reap, fully heal a neighboring creature. You know, I've never been a big fan of healing abilities unless they also generate amber, which this does not. So, as Paul was saying, I guess he can live.
Yeah, I mean, I guess because he reaps to do it too, theoretically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless he's next to something large like a pterodactyl, for instance, it's not that useful.
Right.
Bramble Lynx is a skirmish. If you've used a creature to reap this turn, Bramble Lynx enters play ready, 3 power. It's okay, it's a skirmisher, which is good. Fogbank. Eerily familiar card, 1 amber bonus. Play, your opponent cannot use creatures to fight on their next turn. Almost sounds like a certain Logos card.
Yeah.
Unsuspecting Prey. Play, deal 2 damage up to 3 undamaged creatures. It's okay. The Fittest. Play, give each friendly creature a +1 power counter. 1 amber bonus. That's pretty good. Song of the Wild. For the remainder of the turn, each friendly creature gains reap, gain 1 amber. That is pretty dang good. I do enjoy that. Avinda. Reap. Deal 1 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, your opponent discards a random card from their hand. So hopefully we have some bad pennies to go with that. 4 power.
Yeah, it is. We noted that it would be
A
really
creature.
good with bad penny.
And
Yeah.
it's not an enemy creature like many of the AOA.
Right, right.
Keymore Eclipse. Shuffle each plant creature into the owner's deck. Interesting, a little situational for my tastes. Pestering Blow. Deal 1 damage to a creature and enrage it. Paul, what does enrage do again?
Enrage, the creature must fight if it's used. So it can't reap, it can't do an action that it has. Going back to this one, it's kind of interesting to me. Again, proof that they're making a concerted effort to lower the amber pips. We had another card without this stipulation in both last sets called Lights Out that gave you an amber pip, and you got to choose the 2 enemy creatures. Now, one difference here is you will notice this does not say enemy. So if you have creatures with play abilities on your flanks, that's probably going to be the more useful use, possibly, than
that is true,
your opponent. So, but still, no amber pip.
Yeah. Whereas I think if that, had, for instance, been a Coda card, that would be an ideal candidate because it's
It would
mixed
totally have, in my opinion, an amber pip then.
Trust no one. Shadow. Steal 1 amber if there are no friendly creatures in play. Instead, steal 1 amber for each house represented among enemy creatures to a maximum of 3. Not bad.
Yeah, that's the kind of card I like the way they're putting the stipulation on, to be honest with you. You're stealing 1, but if you're further behind, it's going to give you more.
Right.
So that, because theoretically...
They have more established, more
state,
state,
yeah.
more houses, yeah.
More chance to reap than you.
Right.
Things
And
like
that also shows this shift we saw from Coda to AOA continuing where we're looking for more complex plays. It's not just autopilot cards. You need to know when to hold them and when to play them. Hawk, 1 amber bonus, destroy an artifact. If you do, gain 1 amber. I think artifact destruction from some of the few cards I have seen spoiled is going to be much more important.
It's going to be
so,
huge.
That's good.
And the fact that it does give you an amber pip, and it gives you an extra amber pip for destroying an artifact. I think this is going to be a really good, an underrated card, probably from first glance. It'll be really good in this set.
Oh, I do not consider that underrated at all. I think that's going to be a big deal.
I just don't think people will pay much attention to it until we really get into the set. It's like, oh yeah.
Artifacts are maybe huge.
Yeah.
So, hit and run. Play. Deal 2 damage to a creature. Return a friendly creature to your hand. To me, that's quite useful.
Yes.
That was the last of our new shadow cards. Moving on to Saurians. Is it Saurons? Saurians?
Saurian, I believe, is how you say it, but you'll
Saurian.
probably have 10 different dinosaurs. We just say dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs.
Saurs.
Saurs. Not dinosaurus. Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
Like more than one dinosaur.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Instead Saurian.
I get what we're saying here. All right.
Dinosaur.
Saurians.
Yeah, Saurian.
Okay. We're going with that. So, Axiom of Grisk. Ward a creature, destroy each creature with no amber on it, gain 2 chains. Paul, what is Ward?
What Ward does is the first time a creature would be damaged or leave play for any reason, you remove the Ward token. I honestly think this is going to be one of the biggest... I really think it's going to alter the game state a lot, to be honest. Now, I thought the way Ward reads, to me, it seems like armor would work, but I was told online today that Ward will come off before armor, which feels more balanced, but then it doesn't read exactly how the text reads. So,
right.
Because a creature doesn't take damage till its armor's gone.
Right.
And Ward says they have to take damage. So, we'll see. But I'll trust the person who told me that. I trust their rules prowess. So I'm guessing their expertise. So I'll initially go with that thought, but I'm not 100%. We'll see.
Okay, and this ties back into the invulnerability ruling in armor, correct?
Yeah, in a way, I feel, but almost going with the reverse idea. Because the invulnerability ruling specifically says if they're made invulnerable, they can't, their armor doesn't even take damage, which we thought was, most people thought was the opposite way. Then recently it was ruled that no, if you make them invulnerable, they're literally not taking damage at all. So things like Merrick the Mark doesn't get to capture an amber. That's the most important one that it mattered for. So I guess going back with that idea, it's kind of reversed to me. I don't know. But I guess that would be kind of a similar idea. Anyways, I don't know. But that...
Okay. it really redefines what damage is to me. Is the semantics
Right.
of it that's interesting.
Right.
Brutodon Auxiliary, 6 power, taunt, hazardous 2, and that's all it does. Taunt and hazardous is pretty cool though. 6 power.
Yes.
So Salt, Roman dinosaurs. 1 Amber Pip, Alpha. Until the start of your next turn, creatures cannot be used to reap. That's pretty good.
Yep. Could be. Of course, it hits you too, which is
Yeah, it
interesting.
depends on the board state though.
Yeah. And it does give an amber pit.
It does give an Amber Pip. Shame it's an Alpha
Feels like
though.
it
You
should.
should be able to reap out and then play it because that would be fair.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
Pterodactyl is a beast, 12 power. Pterodactyl enters play stunned. Pterodactyl only deals 4 damage when fighting. Before fight, deal 4 damage to each neighbor of the creature Pterodactyl fights. I think that is a worthwhile card.
I do too, because theoretically, you'll get about 3 fights out of it, at least, probably.
Yes.
Let alone if it gets warded, which would be crazy good.
Yes. Now, I did notice that is a beast, which is ordinarily a trait. Are those traits? Or?
That is a trait.
That is a trait. Normally, that is a trait associated with Untamed. So, are we seeing more trait crossover? Have you seen that? Because that does matter with things like custom virus.
Yeah, now Beast has been in... Who else had Beast? It seemed like somebody else had a couple
Brobnar, I
Beasts.
believe.
Brobnar. Yeah, there were a couple. Beast is...
Mars.
Mars definitely has. So there's been a little crossover on Beast specifically. Now, interestingly, a couple you're coming up to both have Soldier, which we have seen small amounts of, but again, less so.
Right. And their beast down here. Actually, Brutodon Auxiliary, I believe we've already covered that. He's been out twice.
Yeah.
So Paraguardian is a 6 power, 1 armor dinosaur soldier, as Paul said. Reap, you may exalt Paraguardian. If you do, ward each of its neighbors.
You're doing much better than I was. Unfortunately, I feel inadequate to the task.
Feel a bit jealous here. Well, I did not draw the deck you did with both the Starforce and Saurians in it, with the interesting cards too.
True. And this one was half. I mean, all the houses were old. So
Yes.
it wasn't quite as interesting.
Excellent artwork, though.
Yeah.
That's what really matters. Tricerian Legionary is a 5 power, 1 armor taunt. Play ward a friendly creature.
Straight up. Pretty cool.
And Tribute, 1 Amber Pip. Play, the most powerful friendly creature captures 2. You may exalt that creature to repeat the preceding effect. I think that is an exceptionally good card.
Next one's pretty good too.
Rector Gallim. Play, your opponent's keys cost +3 during your next turn. You may reap, you may exalt Rector Gallim. If you do, your opponent's keys cost +3 during their next turn.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a mini Lash in a way.
Yeah, but you can use it a second time if he's alive, which is pretty cool.
But in a way, you pay a price to do that with the exalting, which
That
is
is
they
true.
can take the amber, whereas a good old-fashioned Lash just...
Yeah, well, again, that's just some adjustments to the...
You're saying Lash was overpowered and slowed down gameplay? No, of course not. Questor Yarta. Elusive. Reap. You may exalt Questor Yarta. If you do, gain 1 amber. That's interesting. So you gain an amber for reaping, you gain an amber, and then you put an amber on him your opponent can take by killing him. Correct?
Correct.
I like that. 3 power, no armor. Prefectus Ludo. Dinosaur Politician, 5 power. Each other friendly creature gains destroyed. Move each amber on this creature to the common supply. So amber captured or gained through exaltation instead of going to the opponent would go to the common pool.
General pool, which is good.
Yes.
For them. You didn't get any in this particular deck, I can tell you they've also got some that let you take the amber to your pool. They also have certain cards that you hand a creature over to the opponent,
so that you can
all
kill
that
it
amber
and
on
gain
them, and you
amber.
get the amber. So
That is interesting.
yeah.
Imperial Scutum. This creature gets +2 armor and gains destroyed. Move each amber on this creature to the common supply.
Now I see in your stack there's at least one that was still a new card. Pestering Blow.
Yes, well, it was a
Still new.
duplicate. I have 2 Pestering Blows.
Okay.
But we had an additional Pestering Blow, Ronnie Wristlocks, Umbra, Special Delivery, Subtle Maul, another Bramble Lynx, Key Charge.
You
I
have
win.
Key Charge too.
Yes. Song of the Wild,
Um,
and
Taliga,
another
which is
Taliga,
also
yes.
nice.
Or I guess the only Taliga in the
Yeah,
deck.
which is also nice. Your shadow looks pretty good too.
Does look decent.
Again, from everything I've seen from the new set so far, which is still pretty limited, about 10 decks now, basically. Quite a bit less amber control than before, at least in traditional terms. A little more capture, for Saurians. Somebody pointed out online the other day, well, if you're going to put less just raw amber, you kind of have to have a little less amber control anyhow. We'll just have to see how that balances into the other sets.
That may be true.
And also, what everybody needs to remember, like the other sets, the more decks opened, the more we're going to see the higher end decks from the set come about.
Yes, this is how he defends AOA and says that it's secretly better than Coda, and just all of the good AOA decks are on the bottom of the deck. We haven't seen them yet.
I will point out to you, when we played Chainbound tonight, I was playing an AOA deck, and now has 12 chains. This is undefeated so far in Chainbound.
Well, sometimes we take pity on you, Paul.
I think that there is some quality still there, but when we've only seen a third of the amount of decks that we saw from Coda, I think that's about right? The 30% is
sure.
what they've said. At least we've been seeing about a 30% showing at the event. So, it just goes to show there's probably less of a chance. Now, some of that could be people have play tested now. That was something else, though. We lacked the play testing available initially because
Of the Crucible.
Yes. So now we're going to give a little of a game, I think. I guess we'll just continue the video and you can edit as needed.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So, Archon, I better get us some. Unless
somehow-
we're going to pop tokens right
You
now.
know, I would personally, sir, like to use the new tokens.
Okay, let's
They
pop
are
them.
shiny and fancy.
You pop a board.
And I somehow just ended up with an extra card, so I'm going to double check my count here real quick while you're doing that.
Better check that because somebody did say they opened a pack with a couple extra cards.
Actually,
in
I've
it,
seen those posted
and,
before as
yeah.
well, yes. Oh, we have a proof of purchase. That is the most important token of all. That's the one that entitles you to a free key, correct?
Sorry, I couldn't count and talk at the same time. Is it
Proof of
something?
purchase. You play that, you get a free key.
Oh, I see.
You can only use it once, though.
Oh, I see. Sure. So I'm popping this board then.
I'm shuffling. Shuffling.
I want the proof of purchase, apparently. I think I'm going to need it based on what I saw of your deck compared to what I saw of mine. But see, this is a problem with what I do. I shouldn't judge it yet.
That's true, but I will say I need to draw a good deck right now. I've had horrible luck.
That one looks decent. We'll see. I mean, you didn't get a anomaly, so I'm already disappointed.
Yeah,
You failed.
it wasn't even worth opening.
Not
Wasting
really.
my time. Are we going to need chain cards today, Paul?
Mine does have binding irons.
That
I
is
believe.
true.
So, yeah, you're
You
gonna
never
need chain
know.
cards. There you go. We'll just put that up there. Not right where I put it. It's fine.
Oh wow, I'm almost at a power level.
Well,
3.
you're at power
Right
level
on.
4, right? No, you. So
No, you're right. It would be in 4.
1 is here, right?
Yep.
I mean, and then you go
2,
to 2,
3, 4.
Yeah.
And you cap before you hit 5.
Correct.
And you did talk about the new yellow stun tokens, right? Oh.
I mentioned them, yes.
Does my heart good. Stun should have always been yellow. Lightning is stun, lightning is yellow. It's the only thing that makes sense.
Oh, another thing you'll notice on these boards, there are no armor tokens. But as my cohort told me, apparently in the premium sets that they are coming out with that you could pre-order,
I believe those do come
those
with
might
armor.
have the armor tokens in them.
Yes.
So I am glad, I guess they did put them in something, but I'm a little disappointed that they didn't put them in here.
Yeah. So we only get 3 enraged. Oh, no, there's
Oh
more
no,
over
there's
there.
a whole pile
Okay,
that came from
okay.
this board. They just mixed it.
Not a lot of stun though that I'm seeing.
No,
Unless
no,
you've got some in
that's
yours.
all the stun. They only put 6 in there.
Ugh.
Yeah, which I thought was a little odd. I think that's less than the other.
Yeah,
But I
and
can't
what
remember.
I would think you would need more stun than enraged.
Oh
and that's
yeah,
quite a bit of enraged.
much more from what I've seen.
So there's 9 enraged.
Yeah, just again probably a little of an oversight. A lot more, even with the ward, it seems a little high compared to stun. Stun should still be more common.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're assuming people have stun from previous sets, but then with that in mind,
They're a different color.
They're a different color, which means that all the previous stun tokens are now null and void, and if you use them in play, they don't count. The creature is not, in fact, stunned. I believe that's how that works, correct?
What's that? Oh.
That if you use an improperly colored stun token, your stun does not count.
Oh,
It is invalid.
I suppose that's true, but they've both been printed by the company, so they're both valid.
No, I think that they're going to say in the new errata that if you have a blue stun token, that is of the last edition and is not a valid play item.
I'm ready to go.
It's much like not being able to use dice.
I win. We're going percentiles here, I guess, right?
I guess so. So we've seen the one, what do they call them? Specters? What are they called? The cards with the lightning border?
Oh, anomalies.
Anomalies. So there's been an anomaly that someone spotted that has a specific key color listed. There's been talk of, is there a forging order for keys? Do we know if there's an answer to that yet?
There has been, I believe, but I do not recall. What I can tell you is the colors mean bronze, silver, and gold. So theoretically, red is bronze, blue is silver, gold. So if you're going by that kind of thing, bronze would be the first key you would want to forge. But from what I've gathered is maybe you still have a choice.
Okay.
know what I'm saying? Like,
so for
even
instance,
though-
if you have a card that interacts with the
You could choose
bronze, I could choose to have it forged or not, depending on the play state.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
That's what I think is going to be the case.
All right.
I guess I'll put it out here, but I don't think I'm going to need it for mine. But I could be wrong. There could be cards in here that give change that I don't know about.